In this last part of the video, I want to share, because we're still doing the moon thing, the womb, the moon side, the menstruation cycle. The things, the methods that you can use to track your what cycle you are on. For an example, the first thing that you can use, you can get yourself something to track your period, so that you know when you are, or when you have your period on the first day, then you know that, okay, when to expect my period, your period. Then you can start looking, because once you have started tracking your period for 3-4 months, 6 months, you should know what your period, what your cycle is. Is it a 30-day? So that you don't get caught by surprise and you're not sure, you're wearing something white and now boom, you're on your periods, yay, whatever, you didn't expect it. So you know exactly when to expect your period, and then you can start use different techniques again to track. You can get download an apps, you can journal, which is what I do, which is why I created this menstruation and moon cycle journal. And then in this journal, then that's what you use to track and write the different emotions, and there's got guidance as to what it is that you need to be, how you be using the journal. And then I'll just do a quick one as well on that one. But then you can use that and see what it is that what are you craving for, what are you going through emotionally, during the different phases, what are the ideas that you are getting, what are it is that you are asked to let go of, and so forth, what are you giving birth to. Then you can start tracking all of that, which is why it's important that you must at least journal about these things, because then you cannot remember everything off by head. We think over 1 million things a second, so you can imagine what are the chances of you remembering what it is that you did on your second week of your period, or what were the things that were coming out for you. The chances are very slim. And then thirdly, secondly, you can also download apps. There's an app that I used to use, which is called My Flow, which is MYFLO. And that particular app, it's got a pinkish light pink color, and it's got a white feather. And then that's the one that I used to use. What is nice, it also tells you what type of foods you can eat, what are the energies that you might be feeling at the time, and stuff like that, when to expect your period. But it will only give you that data after you've updated. The only challenge that you need to update when you have your next period, you need to update it that, okay, this is the date of the period, this is how long it lasted, and so forth. Some people might, like myself, might feel like it's a little bit of admin, but it does assist, because it also helps you to get to know, and it's at the thing of your phone, and then you can always make notes there, you see. And then you can also do like me, or get yourself this is a waist bead. I call it a menstruation tracking bead, waist bead. And then, as you can see, the colors here, it's starting with black. The most of the color which goes around your waist is black. And the reason we are on this, I've got waist beads that are black, it's because black is the color where everything emanates, everything that this represents the melanin aspect of nature and of us. Even a day, like as I was making an example in the other video, at 12 a.m. it's dark, so it's black. So that's what black is. That's a beginning and ending of a cycle. And then we start here. The red is the menstruation. I've deliberately used the color red so that you know when you are here, you're on a menstruation. And then this one, I've used the color blue, reason being this is the spring season. The spring season is one that is carrying a lot of water, where we're doing cleansing, and the color of water is blue. And then that's what that's why I use that. And then this one is the ovulation. This is the follicular phase. Then this one is your ovulation, which is this the summer season. And that's why I've also used the color yellow, because it represents the energy of the sun. That's when you must know. And then this one, I've used this color, which is fawn, which is the energy that is almost similar to the what do we call it? Or you can even use brown, that is similar to wind, because the wind, it's I don't know, there's no color for wind. So this is that autumn season, which is your luteal phase. So then all of this is 28 days. And then what you do is I've put in a pin, a safety pin. And then what it is that I do, on day one, you move it here on your, then you know. So you will know when are you, where are you. As every day when you bath, you move it 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, so that you know where you are. And what is nice about this you can always share with your partner, because they will see you wearing it, and then they don't even have to bother you when they see that you are here. These 3 days, they know that it's time to avoid sex, so that you don't find yourself having unnecessary abortions because you're not ready for this baby. So then you move it, and then you get to day 28. After 28, you move to the black area, because that's the last days of the ending of the cycle, the last part. So then you'll be able to tell, okay, if I've moved it 2, then it means I'm on a 30-day cycle. If I've moved it once, 31 days, so then you can write it and track that, okay, this month it was 30 days, this month, and then on your first day you move the pin to the first thing there. So yeah, that you can always make for yourself. And yeah, Mina, I also do make these. I've got the package that comes with that menstruation journal and a master class to the how to heal your period pains and the powerful menstruation blood. You can also get access to those. But yeah, that's what you use to track your menstruation. The last other aspect that you can use, which is very tricky, but at least it gives you what week you are on, which is using your discharge. Because when your discharge is, when you're on menstruation, your discharge it's red, it's that color. Then after it will be watery, so then you know that you are on your spring season or the follicular phase. And then when it gets to your, what you call it, your ovulation, that's when it's starting to thicken, and then others will start using on your underwears or on your what you call it, your panty liners. You'll start to see that yellowish, that it becomes yellowish, and then the last phase, then when you see it becomes very thick. Then you must know it when it's thick. So when it's becoming thick at that time, then you must know what you are ovulating, and then that's your ovulation period. And then when it gets back again to your, not your ovulation period, your autumn, your luteal period, then it gets back to your period. Yeah, that's when it releases. It comes to the right, the normal red color. And then people will ask, but then my discharge is smelly. Guys, if your discharge is smelling, then it is the food that you are eating, the food that you are consuming, and the things that you energy as a person, it is happening. Because whatever that, even the menstruation, your menstruation, if it's also smelly, then you must know that you are consuming all the wrong foods. You see, you're consuming all the wrong foods. Too much of everything is not good for you. So you're consuming the wrong foods for you, and then that will also lead to the problem with your endometrium, that will cause the endometrium disorder. And when you have that endometrium proliferative disorder, then you must know then you start having these other issues with your period pains, your fibroids, your whatever, all the different womb issues. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Remember to subscribe. Subscribe.